Hi friends, this is E, the Empty Nester. Today we're going to talk about growing potatoes by true potato seeds. They're basically a teeny tiny little seed that comes from a berry that's produced on some of the potato plants. Not all potato plants can have a berry. Most of the potatoes can flower, but they're genetically sterile, so they don't produce the fruit. Here is some of the seeds. See how tiny they are? And then there's thousands of them, different potatoes creating different ones. Is get a sterile potting mix, preferably, peat moss and vermiculite or perlite or cocoa coir and one of those also, and fill up your container with it and then sprinkle the seeds on it and then lightly dust over it. And once they start growing and get to this size right here, or actually a little smaller, see how there's right here is one set. These are the cotyledon leaves, and then it's got a true leaf. What you do at this point is separate them and bury them where the cotyledon leaves are under the ground and just the top true leaves are above the ground. You'll separate them in different containers, but what worked best for me is doing mine in the grow bags. I'll leave a link right here to, show you how I made these out of landscaping fabric. I put a really good potting soil called Happy Frog in the first 2 inches, and then the next 1.5 inches is cocoa coir, and I sprinkled the seeds on and then added a little perlite and for what do you call that, peat moss on top of it to lightly cover it. And then after they started growing a bit, I added a little, more Happy Frog and held them up a little bit. And then today I'm putting them in the ground, and I'll show you exactly how to do it. Well, these right here are the true seed potatoes. With these, they'll either produce miniature tuber, depending on how long you let them stay in the ground, or they can produce a full-size tuber. Okay, let's make sure, yeah, you can see. All I'm going to do is reach into the soil here and make a hole, and then pop this out and spread the roots out a little bit, put it in, and then bury it up to the first leaves up here. And then I'm going to space them about, let's say, 6 inches apart, and make another one right here. See how I'm breaking up the bottom and setting it in the hole. And then that's it. Let me take you over here and show you what a flower. This plant right here is one of the pole sprouts that I did, and it's only been in the ground for 15 days and it's already produced a flower. Okay, can you see that cluster of flowers? See how the flowers here are getting ready to open. If you wanted to, what do you call it, pollinate, the little orange parts in here are the male parts, and that little yellow part sticking out is the female. You would peel these flowers back, and at the bottom of the yellow, it would open up and the pollen would be in there. You would take pollen from the yellow part, the anthers, and put it on the stamen. The orange part is the male. And you would take the powder pollen from there and put it on the yellow part of another plant. And you can either keep it on the same type of plant or take it to a different kind of plant and cross-pollinate it to create a new species. It looks like this one has got flowers on it now too, and that one, and that one. So only this plant is blooming right now, and all you can do is get the pollen from this one and save it and freeze it or refrigerate it till some of these other ones start blooming to cross. Otherwise, you have to just let Mother Nature work at, getting these berries going. And then when these berries form, you want to wait till they dry out, probably late August or September, and then take the berries and do it like a tomato. Get all the gel off of the seeds and then dry them and then store them for the following year. There's a look at the true seed potatoes growing. The rain has got them really perked up a lot. And I still have to get all those guys right there in the ground. But see how the grow bag there has the best looking blue dial is the name of that seed, and it'll be a blue potato. Hi folks, as you can tell from watching it in my videos, my potatoes are outgrowing my garden. I've created another bed, and I'm going to use this one kind of like a wicking bed, where I've got this black plastic, and then I lay down a layer of straw. It's about, say, an inch thick, and then put some topsoil on top of that. Then I'm going to open a bag of manure. Spread that around. A lot of people think that potatoes can grow anywhere and anything, and they can, but they're not that big and healthy, just, struggling along to survive. That's why I try to give mine as much nutrition as I can give them. In this area, I don't have any straw. It goes straight down to the plastic and creates a well that holds water. And that way, there's a reserve that everybody can, or all the plants can reach to, and hopefully, survive on if we have, a drought or something. And then I've got, compost. Hopefully next year I'll have my own compost where I won't have to buy any more products. A bag on that side. And a bag on this side. Now it's ready for planting. It was that easy, and it was $10 plus 2 for the manure, $12. The straw was $4 a bale, and I just used a hunk of it, so say $1, $2 worth of straw. And then I already had the plastic, you know, I used it to cover the sidewalks. So if you had to buy the plastic, let's say $20, and you've, you know, created another little bed right here ready to grow in. And you can stir it around a little bit if you want, but I think it'll be just fine like this. Let me get my plants and start planting.